What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to Grim. Today we're meeting with yet another terrible catfish. You know, I don't know what makes people think that they can get away with this kind of stuff, but people are actually out here scamming people with fake pictures, I guess. And today, Dr. Phil exposes this woman for doing just that. Keep watching this one until the very end, you guys, because this lady's lies are just like so insane, and she's been doing this for so long, you're not going to be able to even understand how or why she did this. Without further ado, let's hear her just straight up admit to what she's been doing to Dr. Phil right now.
You're a scam artist, right? That's what you've been doing.
Yes.
And so the question becomes, when are you scamming and when are you not?
Well, I mean, if someone is out here faking their pictures and trying to lure people into dating an imaginary person, I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that they are pretty much straight up scamming at any opportunity that they can. Doing something like catfishing doesn't exactly shine you in the best light, nor does it make me want to trust you as a human being, because, well, if you're capable of doing that, you're apparently really comfortable with lying, and that's not the type of person I want to surround myself with.
Y'all are curious how sincere she is right now, right? What's your thought right now?
I think it's all honestly.
I think it's all censored, whatever that word was too, man. I mean, this woman has been using your pictures for like 10 years, trying to scam other people just out of their like time and emotions pretty much. But that's right, this dude has been the target of this. I don't know if they go into it a little bit later, but basically this lady has used his pictures since he seems like a, normal middle-aged guy, and has been finessing people with accounts using his likeness for almost a decade now, which is just unbelievable. Like, think of someone using your pictures, almost like stalking you, and making their own life about yours for over 9 years. I couldn't handle that. I would be trying to get her arrested or something like that.
This isn't just a whim, you just kind of get on there and start typing.
Right.
You've put a lot into this, right?
I have.
And you've maintained it for a long time, correct?
Yeah, bro. 9 years. This lady is dedicated. I will give her that much. I mean, there's a lot of continued time and effort into building up that entirely fake persona, using this poor random dude's pictures, and it's safe to say that this woman has put in some absolute work into this whole scam. Like, even though it's one of the dumbest and most cruel things that you could do, and the fact that it involves this one random guy being used as bait, which is pretty whack, I do still have to credit her for being dedicated.
What's your payoff?
There is no payoff. It's just me not being me.
Well, that's depressing. What I don't get about this is why she picked this dude in specific. Like, not to be mean, but I mean, he's like one of the most run-of-the-mill 30-year-old looking dudes that I have ever seen. Maybe that's what makes it seem more believable, but I mean, usually people catfish with like model-looking people and not George from accounting over here.
What's the
Not me
payoff in being
myself.
someone else?
Someone that is confident, someone that is successful, someone that is good looking, someone that has a family.
Yo, this is actually super sad all of a sudden. Like, all right, catfishing is terrible, and honestly, I obviously don't recommend any of you to go out and do it because it's just downright not okay to do and should be very frowned upon. Don't get me wrong on that. But this is kind of like getting a peek into why people do this. I mean, I feel for this woman. She's feeling like she isn't in a spot where she wanted to be at this point in her life, and because of that, she wants to just make up someone else and completely be that other person.
It's not that I enjoyed doing what I did or had fun doing it at all, by any means.
Well, I mean, you can cry all you want, but you do gotta see the bigger picture here. I mean, you are straight up using another person's likeness to build this fake persona where they are now being held accountable for anything you said or did to these victims of this catfishing operation you did. You're telling me not once in like 9 years you've been using these pics of this dude, you thought to yourself, hey, maybe this would be pretty bad for him, and this is like, not a good thing to be doing to this random guy. Yeah, I doubt that, lady.
Here is one of Sarah's collages that she put together of Alan. This is what she built up. All of these pictures, this is just kind of a highlight reel of your life, right?
All right, well, never mind. This lady is a certified psychopath. Honestly, who's out here making collages of other people that aren't celebrities? Like, I can get some annoying 13-year-old making these for her K-pop fan Instagram account, but a grown woman doing this to another person and thinking that's normal? Nah, bruh, something's really off about that for sure. I mean, it makes sense that you would go through all this effort if you actually want someone to believe that you're a real person, because without all that extra effort and steps that you took, you can pretty easily tell when someone's faking their identity. When I see someone with one picture on Tinder and they're like Megan Fox level gorgeous and I match with them, It's pretty obvious to me at that point that I'm going to be getting catfish. Like, that just doesn't happen. So the fact that she picked this super normal looking guy and spent all this time making these image boards for him and making him seem like a real person is actually kind of genius, even though I don't want to admit to it. Like, she went through the extra mile to make this all work. Even though it is super creepy and invasive, she at least is going about it in a smart way, and that's probably why she's been able to do it for so long.
So how does somebody feel when you've gotten them to go all in? What does that do to them?
I imagine it doesn't do anything good for them. I imagine that it hurts.
All right, this has to be said. I don't know if it's because this woman is a sociopath and this is one of her tactics or what, but she is one of the worst speakers I have ever heard. Her answer to every one of Dr. Phil's questions so far have been absolutely terrible, like unbelievably bad. I skipped it earlier, but he asked her why she thought that this was bad, trying to get her to admit to like knowing that it was a bad thing to do. And her answer was, well, it's bad because it's not good. And now she is just sitting here giving away the most vague answers and kind of rambling on because she's just afraid to be honest with herself about how creepy and disgusting this is. And the fact that she has been doing it for so long just makes it even worse.
You've spent a lot of money unraveling this. Conservatively, you're out of pocket like $7,000.
Yikes, dude, and this poor guy that had his entire life hijacked by this crazy woman had to drop 7 stacks just to get to the bottom of it. I mean, I'm sure that's just what it cost to hire this team of private investigators that were able to actually find this person, and not only would I be irate at that fact that this woman has been stealing my identity for so long, but I would also be wanting to like sue her for all the damages she has caused me. I mean, $7,000 is a lot of money to be spending on something that you don't even, nor shouldn't even ever have to do. Like, I seriously just feel bad for this dude.
Why did y'all decide to come here instead of prosecute?
I think that she really needs help. I heard your pain in your voice when we met with you. I know he did too. We really do want the best for you.
Yo, honestly, props to this couple. It seems like they're honestly good people, which makes it even worse that this lady targeted this guy. She couldn't have picked like a terrible person to do this too. I mean, that really wouldn't be any better now that I think about it, but the fact that she did all this to these people and then they still want the best for her and to get her help, it just really shows that they have some seriously good morals, and I just want to give them props for that. I would not be reacting in that way if it would be me. I mean, I would have restraining orders in court immediately, bro. Like, I'm trying to get my money back. Good thing I don't have to worry about that, because if someone tries to catfish with my pics, yeah, have fun running out of Tinder likes every day and not having a single match, bro. Trust me, I'm trying it myself. It just ain't working out, all right? Hey, you guys made it pretty far into this video, so if you don't mind, I'm gonna have to challenge you in the next 5 seconds to like this video, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And if you can do all of that quick enough, anything you eat for the rest of the day will be the tastiest food that you've ever had. Enjoy that while it lasts, and let's get on with the rest of the video.
I said I was going to ask you questions to which there was not a socially desirable answer. I did. I asked you to answer some questions that required empathy, warmth, and genuineness, and you were unable to display any of the 3.
Yep, it was a setup, lady. You think you're about to be walking into Dr. Phil's domain, and he isn't 10 steps ahead of you already? He asked you that stuff knowing that you were just gonna come at him with the most whack cookie cutter answers that danced around the real issue, and you wouldn't admit to anything. And well, you fell right into his trap. Honestly though, guys, did I not call that earlier on? I mean, geez, bro, I'm watching so much Dr. Phil that I'm like gaining his abilities. I mean, the man is still way more educated and intellectual than me. Trust me, I'm not doubting him on that, but at least I'm following along here. These little games he plays with the people to test the waters, you know, I'm keyed in on that.
And so rather than judge you, I would like to help you.
I appreciate that.
I'm going to recommend that you let me send you to a place called Onsite.
Yep, send her to the ranch. I know that's an outdated Dr. Phil meme right there, but it is actually sick that Dr. Phil himself and the people here that she's been catfishing are all on board with this, and instead of persecuting this woman, which would still be deserved, don't get me wrong, I mean, she definitely is in the wrong here and has hurt tons of people over the years because of this. But I mean, there's a reason she does it, and anyone with half a brain would know that obviously, well, she just hates her own life and is kind of feeling some enjoyment out of doing this, and she's in some really deep pain. Knowing the budget of this show too, she's about to be receiving some top-of-the-line treatment from some real pros, because we all know Dr. Phil only associates with fellow high rollers, so she's probably getting like a $10,000 treatment plan provided to her free of cost. All she had to do was out herself on this show so that anyone who saw the episode on TV or these clips on the internet know that she is simply just a weird, creepy scammer that has been catfishing this guy for like a decade. I don't know if that trade-off is worth it personally, but it's probably for the best for her in the long run that she's getting this help. All in all, this was kind of a wholesome ending here. The moral of the story is don't be out here catfishing people. It's not cool, and it's honestly really, really creepy. Let me know what you thought down in the comments of this story, and if you liked it, I'm excited to see what you guys thought. And as always, I'll see you in the next video, and until then, peace out.